Alright, we got a curse mission today, and I do like the description on it. It just says, "You ain't winning this one." So I say challenge accepted, Draco. You got Penumbra and Witchweave. It's a weird combo. Like, off the top of my head, I don't even really know, anything that stands out as like synergizing, but we'll be on the lookout. Malika's Shifting Pyre, typically a good pyre, but a frustrating one. So we'll just have to see what's in store. We really hope to see Gorge as always, especially with some extra morsels here. Though we do start with a Shadow Eater, so if we don't get Gorge, we at least have that. Savagery, and at least it's finally not a frickin' Flesh Weaver. Kale. It's like an old school run right here. None of the newer bosses. Spike's Kale. Well, Savagery is probably the most scary, but Spike's Kale can be tough. This Archeon, I don't think will be too bad, though. For what it's worth, it looks like maybe they dieted around there based on the score. But nothing immediately scares me about Archeon here. Okay, that sucks. Even with a Shadow Eater, I'm sad to not get Gorge. So now we have to figure what we're going to do here. So we probably have to hit a Steel for sure. So we're getting Umbra Banner there. Steel over there. So no real Luna Coven banners, and well, there is this one here, but it's pretty late. Pretty hard to take like a vanilla Luna Coven and like have your game plan at that point. But I mean, there's maybe a world I could go to the Merchant of Magic here. I'm just trying to think though, like if I'm going mainly Umbra banners, which is likely looking to be the case. I believe we would just want Monstrous, because Architect would help the Luna banners a little more to build a wide floor, especially, and even not the banners, right? I could factor that in, if we can get the Fey unit that has Conduit, then we would want to Architect. That would actually be pretty good. But Monstrous just has more stats. And it could flex. If I get 50-50 into Gorge and the Ring 3 reward, then, it's not too bad to actually flex that together, a Monstrous 1, Gorge 2. Whereas Architect flex is not nearly as good. But, additional points of Architect and an actual reason to have a wide floor would be nice. But that can often just not be the case. I am leaning toward Architect here, though, even if I'm not going to hit the Luna Coven banners. I don't know. I don't know if there's much upside with Monstrous in this combo, right? Because Architect, like we said, if I could still end up with Luna banners at the Ring 3 reward, even if I'm not going to hit this banner. And there's a lot of dupes. Actually, there's a ton of dupes on this map. Every single ring has a dupe from the between the middle bosses here. So if I do find a good Luna banner or just anything, we can fit them all on one floor and be pretty happy. So I think we'll do Architect. Man. Lunar Lantern does give some front-loaded stats big time, but, and I don't know, I could almost take that and then justify going to this Merchant of Magic, but I think we just take the Lost Luggage. -1 per turn, that should really be not impactful at all, so that's easy take. So for this boss, we could just run Architect with this guy as a tank, but then we can't actually eat anything. We just want to go like this. Look at this. I get some raw stats up there. Could put one of them down. It is coming into the fight here. But I think we can just keep doing this. 285. I don't have much stats up here. I should try to kill down here if I can. Just trying to think. If I put this behind, is that better? Might be better in front. Then at least the damage shield blocks more. Oh, that kills. Okay, perfect. Alright, Shadow Eater. Nice job, friend. Holdover Perils. Huh. That is pretty hard to pass up. There is Prismal Dust, but, which, you know, could be something good for Savagery, but right now the Holdover Perils definitely seems good. Let's take that. Alright, there's a Moon Pixie, so that's exactly what I'm kind of talking about. We definitely take that. Even though these are really good cards, we need to get the Conduit before we get those type of cards. Plus, it's got a good upgrade with the health, so we already have kind of something here. And I could go either way. I think the Steel I lean toward here, though, because Relentless could be tough at the upcoming ring. And I've got pretty good upgrades already. Not really, but at least Dualism is something now. Like, I can find Dualism for Pixie, and, you know, Multi-Strike is acceptable, oddly enough, on a Shadow Eater. If I go to the right, I'm only really looking for Spell Chain for the Perils, and then that's it. It's like, so there's not much going on there. I think we go left here for sure. Titanite also on Shadow Eaters, pretty good. Smidge Stone's pretty good. All of those things are pretty good. Endless and Quick, that's about the only things we don't want to see. Alright, Morsel Maker is perfectly fine here with a good upgrade 2 on it. Allied Construct with somewhat of an okay upgrade, but I think we definitely take the Morsel Maker here. Just feed Architect, if anything. Alright, Dualism, perfect. We'll take that, and could also just go Conduit 5, I guess, here, because kind of okay. We don't actually have anything other than Witch Weaves right now, but that's okay. Even if it's just for that, it's pretty good. It's like half of a Mollusk Mage. Shadow Eater can, I guess, take the top in this scenario. And we'll go Morsel Maker at the bottom here. Actually, I want to put the damage here, I think. Some of that going. throw these away. Oh my gosh, it's... Dude, I clicked behind, I swear. Like, obviously, I know I didn't, but like, if you could see my hand and what was happening on my stupid mouse when that just happened, you'd feel my pain. It was just like, dude, come on. Like, it was moving that way, and then it just like got ever so caught. It's hard to... I really have no excuse to have such a shitty mouse right now. I actually have a new one ordered. Give myself an early Christmas present. But, you know, there's a ton of damage we didn't need to take. Look at this, we have 40. 28. 28 that I did not need to take there. So stupid. Go behind, you dumb piece of shit. Ugh, so fucking goddamn frustrating. Well, we should be going into this with 40. I'm really annoyed about that. I don't mind the space prism. The prism retrieval is pretty good for getting potentially the moon pixie out if I want to just get rid of the meddlers and the spear stewards, but that's a lot of removals, and I still have to get like intrinsic on the prism retrieval for that to even work. And I don't know, we could hit this magic. I actually think I will hit this magic. This space prism's okay. Alright, we can get a damage card. Unfortunately, we didn't get good, like, super good damage cards here, but I'll just take the Starstruck. So yeah, we could go either way here. If I go left, I have I guess I always had Consumer Moon with these pack morsels, right? But it's not like that good. Spell Chain would be the best thing I could find. Now I have a double stack target with Starstruck. So I got a pretty good spread of Merchant Magic stuff, and I don't know, Glutton Maw is obviously super good. Crescent Moon is obviously super good. I could replenish the health that I shouldn't have to be replenishing right now. Oh, my mouse. But you know what they always used to tell me at the poker table, whatever lays plays. Of course I could have just simply undone the turn, but then we're come this far. Why quit now? Umbra. I don't know. I'm actually thinking maybe the arms is better though. Because of these dupes, I already can just dupe Moon Pixie and Starstruck. If I go here, there's definitely some high rolls. The high rolls at the arms are going to be higher than the high rolls of the magic. You know, really, it's just the spell chain is really all that good with the perils. Anything else is just kind of a nice to have. Like if I can consume remove pack morsels, sure, that's okay. If I can double stack Star Trek, sure, that's okay. It's not breaking the game. But if I get Glutton Maw or Crescent Moon, that's pretty much really good. Even like, and there's a plethora of rooms that could be okay. And I want the health, so yeah, we'll go to the right. Right. Pretty much dog shit. I mean, the silence room is okay. Let's check this. Well, Shadow Eater can earn a lot of Conduit. I'm pretty sure that still counts as a slay. His kills from that thing. Or we could simply just get money, or we could just get Leaky Pen, since we have, you know, the Holdover Perils. I mean, I think I like the Leaky Pen here, honestly. I usually take Leaky Pen. I think it's really good. It's a little tough to take the start, but with the Perils, it really is not very hard at all. The problem with taking the Zone of Silence Ring 3 Merchant is that, like, it costs a lot, so if I do that, there's nothing else I can do, and it's not positive for a while. Like, it's mainly positive Ring 7 and beyond, or Ring 6 and beyond. But I can still just lock it in for Ring 6 because, I don't know. I'm probably fine, honestly, into Ring 6, though, because of the Shadow Eater. The Shadow Eater is going to do a ton of work there. All I need to do is gorge 3 morsels. And I could just re-roll this, I think. I mean, the Zone of Silence, though, it would be so good into... Is it good into Savagery? I don't know. It allows me to keep a floor empty. Because Shadow Eater is not good into the Savagery fight unless I have a Glutton Maw. And even then, it's maybe not that good. I could save a lot of Pyre health with the Zone of Silence. I think I just roll this. Okay. Could take the Planetarium. I could just take the Iron Tongue as well. I will say, seeing this crap come up, though, I would have rather had Zone of Silence, so... Not a very good Merchant of Arms. But, yeah. We didn't get any of the good stuff, really. Like, literally none of it. But I can work with some of this stuff. You know, even the Equalizing Rings on the Shadow Eater can be okay early damage if I think I need that. And maybe I do. Maybe I do. Tempted just to do the Iron Tongue, though. Like, it's hard to get Shadow Eater's attack above 30 in a reasonable amount of time. I know it eventually gets there, but... Or even just putting it on, like, a Morsel Maker is fine. It's pretty good on, like, a Morsel Maker. Yeah, we'll take that. We're not going to have much Ember, so... I am not going to bother with deploying it. And the question is, do I also take Planetarium? Because I don't know, I already have Merchant of Steel. I guess it's not that powerful right now. It's going to be the worst Lost Luggage, by the way, because I'm probably going double draw upgrade because of, I don't know. I could take one Ember upgrade, I guess, just to get deployment a little better, but, yeah, I don't know. He does a pretty good amount of damage. I'm going to give one space here and one here. Maybe I should have put it in front. This is fine though. It is full moon, but that doesn't really help us. So I could already double his attack, and it would take me a considerable amount of time to get his attack up. And he could just have more damage. Then again, I don't know. You'd rather put it on the morsel maker if you can. We can wait on it, but I don't know. Like, do I need it here? I kind of need it like right now. I want the morsel maker here. I get more value out of that. Put it here. Do I put them here? Kind of want to leave space for more morsels here, I think. These guys only do 6 damage. Of course, it would be 6 by quite a lot. I guess I'd put it here. It's got too much to get through here. Could have killed him with the spells, but... Double stacked ritual tome. There's no way it's beating out Glutton Maw, though. I'll tell you that. Glutton Maw is one of the best cards in the game. So we could try to set up a 3rd floor here. Or I could take a pip upgrade. I don't know if these are really the units that would make me consider doing that. Silent Sentinel 3 Reanimate's kind of interesting. I mean, I could still take this to replace the Steward that is currently occupying a spot. That probably makes sense. It sucks that it comes with a Calcified Ember. But it's definitely a pretty good tank. I think we take it. The Spell Slam has some synergy with what we're doing, too. So we can go draw or pip. I actually just gained a pip, 2 pip on my main floor. Since Penumbra gains 1 more pip if I go Architect, additional points. And my tank just became a 2 pip tank instead of a 3 pip tank. I'm debating, though, still between pip and draw. I feel like it's draw. Yeah. Right. Endless Titanite. Could go Titanite there. That seems good. It's also pretty good on the Shadow Eater. I like it more on Shadow Eater. If I get a Shroud Spike, we can just build around Shadow Eater. Because the Glutton Maw's already going on Shadow Eater. We'll reroll here. I should put 5 Conduit here. Unless I want to hold out for another... steel. And there's that final steel. That's a long ways from here to there, though. Conduit 5, I think, is better. Or just health. I really may not need that Conduit 5. Let's just add some health, I think. And roll. I actually don't mind multi here. See, it's gonna have Glutton Maw, so, you know, it's good. I could also dupe the Glutton Maw. That's acceptable at the moment. Yeah, I think I like duping that. Got 2 floors, I can use it. Okay, especially now that we got Glutton. This changes things. I think we do flex into Glutton here. That definitely happens. Okay, this is a little weird. I do think we're going with Shadow Eater top. We'll go down here. With the Glutton Maw, I can still eat 1 a turn with Gorge Penumbra and still have this tank in front. I think that is what we're going to do. Alright, who gets the Glutton Maw? Who gets space? We want both space down here. I don't really need much more than 2 up top. So I got another Glutton Maw on the way. I think I like it here to start with. Alright, that'll do. Alright, we got this. I think this should go here, especially with that thing coming up. I definitely want this. How did I only draw 1 morsel here? I'm drawing 8 cards a turn. Come on, bro. Granted, we could just do this. That works. Very tempted to get my gold here by putting Moon Pixie here, but yeah, I think I will. We can just do this. Also protect him, and might as well put that there, I guess. nice to get rid of that this turn. But let's see if we can get a rubber morsel. Alright, we do get a rubber morsel. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I could have eaten the steward here. I probably should have. Oops. I accidentally clicked the ability thing and actually it saved his life, so it's nice. This could be an issue. It's wild that we, like, took so long to draw through this deck still. We're drawing 8 a turn. Alright, we're full moon. Let's see if we can get some rubber morsels. Alright, now we're doing some good damage here. That was not how I expected this fight to play out, but you know what? I will take it. Boom. Get eaten. Void Binding Spell Chain. That's pretty good. Gem Drive also decent, but definitely this. We could do this if we need health, which we might. Doesn't look like we're... I don't even know if I'll hit this arms. Like, we may not hit any Pyro Remains on this map. Eclipse Chamber is not so good. I mean, it... Yeah. I think we'll take the Lunacy, just so we can get some health back here and there, plus the Conduit's okay. Scrivener. We could take it. It's not that good, but it will help us. It's a 1-pip unit. I can have it apply Conduit. It's okay. These aren't really what I'm looking for. I could take the Crucible extension, but I don't know. I'm probably going to Hellvent the Perils as well right now. It is kind of critical that I find them, and even if it's not spell chained, I do need to find them fast, and plus I could make use of 2. Crucible extension... I guess it makes sense on a floor with Moon Pixie. But I don't know, it's really not that... Okay, Moonlit Glaive. That is absolutely happening. I don't think I have enough Deployment Ember, even if I do take an Ember upgrade, which I don't know that I will. I don't know that the weapons cache makes a whole lot of sense. I would definitely have to get either the artifact. If I take the boss upgrade, it's it's iffy. Morsels count for them though, so like I am still tempted to take it. I think I will take it. I'm not going to put deployable on it. But that should be okay. I don't want to take Dusk Mantle if it's... I even probably just want to remove the Iron Tongue, honestly, just so Glutton's Maw has a better chance of coming out. And the Moonlit Glaive. They're significantly better than that right now. But for first comes first, we need to do that. I need to make some removals too, because our deck is just so fat right now. Let's get rid of one of these. I'll make 2 removals. Get rid of one of them too. I am gonna keep the Iron Tongue though. I think it'll be positive on like several different units. I guess we can take this. Alright, we're gonna go back to Shadow Eater on the bottom. And that Ember does make things a little bit interesting here. If I can frontline Penumbra, it'd be better. Alright. It's a little risky to play the Void Binding here. Wow, I have 1 Ember. I mean, to some degree, it's not necessarily risky. I should have thought a little bit more about this trial. Okay, at least we got the Ember there. We really don't want to bottom deck the Perils. Alright, we don't bottom deck it, so we're good to go. Still positive to put this here. It's probably not positive for me to play the Ember Cache here, though. We do need this. Probably was positive for me, actually, to play that, but too late now. Just gonna put both of these here. It's definitely looking iffy. Yeah. There was a world I'd just throw 3 Witch Reeves down there, but I can just do this. That guy... This is where Scrivener might be okay. Nope. And we really need some damage spells. Or, you know, like, yeah, I mean, I should have took the weapons cache. I just didn't do so hot there. Definitely debating pip upgrade. I mean, it's looking at this, it's like I should have took the Crucible extension even. We got the Void Binding. We got the Glutton Maw as well. Are you fucking serious? Alright, here, let's do this. I hope for a rubber morsel. I think it's more useful for me to gorge there than to play that. This'll get the kill. Do that for maximum health back, and yep, should be good to go. Holdover count of the lives? Don't think so. I mean, I could with the morsel maker, but it's been so hard for me to get that damn unit out. How did we end up at 37 cards? I guess I haven't skipped much. But still, it just seems like a lot. I don't think we take any of these. The I feel like the cannibalizers win more. You know, seeing as I've not really been able to relevantly get this morsel maker down, it's like it would only really be good at that point. Past that point, it's really good, but maybe just skip these. Cave in, maybe, but I already have this ember that I can't seem to get out, and yeah, I don't think it's that good. Cover of Night, Glittering Draft, actually. Which makes no sense, but I've been corrected in this many times. I mean, come on, that's Drought, but sure, Draft. DRAFT is what it should fucking say. I'm just saying. If that's how it sounds. And the next thing you're going to tell me, the way to spell fish is PHYX or something, you know. I don't really know that I need any of these. This sucks. Like, I need actual damage cards, spell damage cards, and I'm not getting them. I literally only have Witchweave and the Starstruck for spell damage. Like, that is a problem. So, you know, adding these cards just makes my consistency worse for the actual key cards that I need, which are like more like Witchweave. Witchweave is better than those cards in this deck right now, and the morsels are. My starter cards are literally better than those cards. Go either way here. I do need some health. Alcove could be good. Or Spell Chain would be a hell of a welcome thing on these perils. Or even an Intrinsic. An Intrinsic would go really hard. Like, I don't know that I have a great dupe at this point. And, you know, Trinkets is probably pretty good a lot of the time. But I don't know. What would I dupe? Like, normally I would be all over duping this Dualism Moon Pixie, but you see my deck, and it's like I could dupe a Witchweave. I could dupe the Void Binding. Could dupe a Shadow Eater, I guess. I could dupe Moonlit Glaive, but I don't know. None of these things are super enticing to me. Like, I would like to even get like Holdover on, like, I don't know, Starstruck could be okay. It wouldn't. I don't know that I would want Holdover. Okay, I'm gonna go left here though. It's just not that valuable of a dupe to me, I don't think. Let's think what I got though. So double stack, I could put it on Lunacy, but that's not that good. I could put it On Starstruck, it's okay. It's really good on Void Binding, I guess. So double stack is good. Consume Remove, Unpack Morsels, I guess, is good. But really, I'm looking for Spell Chain for the perils. I think we go left, though. There's enough. And Intrinsic, there's just too many good things. Alright, Consume Remove, Permafrost. I don't think the Permafrost is happening on anything. It's a ×5. We don't have a good ×5 target. If we didn't have a good dupe target, we don't have a good ×5 target. So I just won't do the ×5 event if it comes up. But if I get a good spell, there might be a better remove consume option here. So let's see. None of the above. Savage Heart's pretty good, but then it's even my deployment is even harder to do. So like, is it worth this late of a Savage Heart to do that? Probably not. Probably not. It's too bad that, like, I feel like a Savage Spirit should not have the Savage Shackles. That would actually make a much more interesting choice here, I feel. Actually, yeah, it's just not very good. Like, there's Savage Spirit just does both of these things so much worse. You know, it's like if you're taking it for the 40 health, just take the Titan Skin 5. If you're taking it for the damage, just take this. There's just no world where this thing is good unless you're starting with like an Awoken Hollow or something, you know. And even then, it's arguably still not beating the other upgrades. But yeah, we can't take these as much as I want to. So that's unfortunate. We'll do this. I think that's positive. And then we'll re-roll. Holdover. Man, that is like, honestly, some of the worst shit. Ay. Well, I could hold over this, I guess. It's good. But those are not at all what I wanted. I don't think I'll do the +10. Alright, do this imperative that you get in there. You got this to start with, both of them to start with, that's pretty good. Only one morsel card. That is enough. I guess we put this here. It's a little risky with the enemy spikes, but so I want the glutton here. I probably want the iron whatever here. I mean, I could put this here. I think it's just gonna be better there though. Oh, nice. Actually, make use of that. Do I want to give up my ability to get things? I think this is... Oh, man, I need the... Shit. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. You want to go... one there. I could put one here, and then after I eat, I can still refill with one thing, so I think that's okay. us go in there. Damn. Can I get a... Guess we don't have any conduit yet, huh? Nope. It is what it is. I can do this to prevent corruption and get more damage in. I guess we do that. Do these just to get a little more damage. I could have also, I guess, spell weakness on. God, this sucks. I fucking hate this boss sometimes. It's like, dude, I had full pyre health, and I just... one unit leaking, half health. I've regretted this weapons cache, by the way. Alright, right on time, Moon Pixie, and by right on time, I mean you were so fucking late and so fucking useless. But you know what? All is forgiven, I guess. I could put this here. I just want to put it here, though. You got that there. Do we have any more equipment to draw? Doesn't look like it. So we'll do that. Probably should have healed the Scrivener, but I can hopefully do that at another time. Alright, well, we stabilized now. Try to get some of this health back. Just do this for the maximum amount of pyre HP, I think. On the bright side, since I was at full health and I lost all that HP I pointlessly lost early technically didn't matter, so I feel better about that now. You know, I'm a bright class 10% full type guy, what can I say? I'll actually do this. They're all healed up. Got him. Can I get that spell again? Darn it. I was hoping to get the one that it could give me more health with. Well, we're getting through it here. It's a little bit awkward of a deck, for sure. Ooh, that's happening. Oh man, duality though. I don't know, I don't actually have that much attack. Of course I will though eventually. I mean, I have dualism, Moon Pixie. I can also go Planetarium on top of that. I can have a mostly full floor. There's a calcified ember attached. I do have to wonder if duality is better here than furnace tap. It's certainly better to draw in a bad order. Is that even true though? Because I still have to find Conduit for it to pop off. Whereas the furnace tap, I just have to scale. I think it's the furnace tap. And honestly, I don't know. The draw is nice, but I need to be getting better. This, in a way, it's the first draw through the deck that matters, and we need to help that by being able to play more stuff out at the start. Getting some 2 removals would be nice. The pyre health would be nice, especially since we know for almost certain we don't want to go up here. But if I don't do that, then I'm giving up on getting like good magic upgrades on, you know, get spell chain and perils. I would consume remove Space Prism at this point. Double stack Void Binding would be really good. Double stack Furnace Tap might be better. I mean, I guess consume remove Furnace Tap would be better, right? Intrinsic, there's so many good upgrades. But going in this low of health is iffy. So getting that health sure would be nice, and the Vortex is almost equivalent to a Hell's Flame out of what I want out of it. And what's the worst case scenario? That I basically get the same upgrades that I got last time. Even then I can get the consumer move goes pretty hard on this Furnace tab. Merchant Arms, anything good there? I mean, I guess deploying the weapons cache could work. It wasn't really in my plan though, but that could definitely help me. Gets me... I have to add an extra card. It doesn't even really help me that much, but it definitely helps me. And if I can Vortex, I should get rid of, I think, the Iron Tongue if I do this. Alright, let's think worst case scenario here. Permafrost, Holy Stone, Holdover, and there's just no scenario that's bad. I mean, if my 4 upgrades have to be Holy Stone 1, Holdover 2, Permafrost 3. What would be the 4th one even there? I've got 4 upgrades that are really good. Consume Remove is good. I guess Consume Remove would be the worst one out of the remaining 4, but Intrinsic and Spell Chain are god tier. If I can guarantee I get the perils early, the Intrinsic's good, and then Spell Chain just gives me so much energy to play with, and scaling. So those are the 2 best ones. Double Stack is probably next on the list with the Void Binding. That's pretty good. With the Furnace Tap, it's pretty good. It also sets me up pretty well. I think we go here. Alright, we're up to a shitty start. But I'll consume remove the Furnace Tap. Not great. I could take 1 more planetarium though, honestly. That would help potentially with killing some of the stuff. I could do this, but then my reroll is worse. Yeah, this is just not that good. Alright, there we go. And I got one. I can buy both of them. So Spell Chain absolutely, I think, goes here. And Double Stack goes here. Now we're sitting pretty. Now we're sitting pretty. Now, do I want one extra pip, or do I want to basically double my scaling on Glutton? Because Glutton, it's pretty hard for me to frontline him. It is pretty hard for me to frontline him. And if I can't do that, I'm only getting one Gorge a turn out of him. Most of my stats just come from the Glutton Maw. If I have an extra pip to play with, then I could fit like a Meddler on the floor a little more comfortably. More morsels. I don't know, though. I just don't know. Helps the Moonlit Glaive. I think the Architect is better here. Almost regret even taking the point of the Glutton in hindsight. Well, that does fuck over my... Oh, if I draw the Perils late, it really fucks me over, as we saw with that other one. But at least I have a little bit more Ember to play with this time. But that could be game losing to bottom deck those. I mean, let's think about this. I've got... I've got 5 deployment Ember, so we'll have, of our 38 cards, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess just 4 of them out, so I got a 34 card deck. Draw 10 in. But if I'm not killing the back line, it's hard to calculate things at that point. But, you know, I draw through pretty much maybe 40% of the deck within the first turn. And then I continue to draw 8 past that. It'd be pretty hard to bottom deck both these Perils. I think we can take this. And even if I don't, it's not the end of the world. Definitely need you down there. Definitely need you up here. Scrivener could be interesting. I was going to just play both of these, but Scrivener almost makes more sense to some degree because I can draw through the deck better with that. I think we'll do that. Alright, let's give 1 here and 1 here. Alright, we didn't draw anything yet. But definitely we'll just do this then. That at least allows us to do some of this. This is such a bad draw over that. And as I feared, we're bottom decking both of these Perils. But, you know, what are you going to do? I could risk the Shade Splitter here. Is the Glutton Law that important up here? Might be. 50. I do need to get scaled here if I want to prevent this. Well, I mean, I can do this. Yeah, we got to get scaled up here. So maybe Furnace Tab up there. Yeah, we got to get ready at the bottom. Probably late for that. Need to somehow beat this guy. We already drew past all of our Conduit, unfortunately, so Minlet Glaive is not super great here. I really need this to give me a Rubber Morsel. It just does not want to play ball with me, apparently. 98 by 2. I mean, this is the best I can do. I can maybe kill this. I don't know. I need a lot of damage. I don't know how I can get it. This guy is even more of a fucking problem. It is what it is. We can get pretty close here. $338. Alright, kill that. Dies. Let's get more up here. I need to take this out. So if I can, like... Alright, we got the Conduit, so we should be good here. Wait, no, that's not the Conduit. It looked like it from the thing. Damn it. Oh, how are we gonna fucking kill this guy? Alright, I can put you in the front now, I guess. Yeah, this'll work. We'll go... like this. Ah, shit. Okay, we're barely getting through here. Finally, a Rubber Morsel. I don't need one at all. Sure. Thanks, buddy. Probably want to put these here. The morsels are less useful up here now. Alright, they're all getting taken out. We can do this for some... I guess this would have worked too. By 6. Should I transition to this now that we're fighting racks? I think so. I can put this here. I guess. Is there any enemy spikes? Not really, right? So if there's no enemy spikes, I should put this back here. We still don't have our Fae in it. I'm wondering if maybe I should dupe that. I don't know. I don't know where dupe goes, to be honest. Are we really just not getting, like, anything here? Like Furnace Tap, Moon Pixie? Come on, man. Or even the fucking Witch Wave, jeez. He'll hit me once. It's pretty annoying. Maybe if I put this in front? Okay, thank God. That was annoying. Gem Trove. Maybe. Certainly could work into Savagery. You know, we are going to have some issues with the sweeping backlanders, the chosen ones, but Gem Trove doesn't even really protect against that because they'd multi-strike, of course. Glutton Maw takes care of everything else, but it's not enough on its own unless I can get double Gorge artifact. So, I don't know. Gem Trove is iffy. But it's probably worth adding. That Moonrise is probably not good. I mean, that is a way out of Ember Drain too, but we just don't need that. Glittering Draft. Can't get away from this card. Well, that really sucks. I will hopefully not regret not taking the duality. Dualism. So anything that nothing really benefits from it, unfortunately. Alright, Whetstone. Definitely taking that. Celestial Stales is sometimes good. Only have so much money though. Just give you some health or damage shield. This unit's important enough that I probably just want to give it damage shield. I mean, it's not that important. Give health to one of these. I don't even know. It's only $15. Do I even re-roll here? Because I've already got like all of my unit upgrades. Probably not then. I mean, a lot of the time this is just drawing Witch Weave, right? Or it's non-damage spells. So it could draw Gem Trove, Furnace Tap, Lunacy, Perils, Pack Morsels. There are certainly Space Prism. It seems pretty good. Voidbind, not Void Binding, but at least it makes it 0 cost for that. What it's worth. I think it's worth it. Sinner's Salve. Probably not. Could go deep with oil, I guess. Kind of just want to get removals at this point. Get rid of that. I may need to keep Iron Tongue in the deck. I guess I just get rid of this. I can make one removal with gold or buy Sinner Salve. Sinner Salve, I mean, it only is interacting right now with the thing, but I'm so low on health that I'm like, it might just be okay. The other option is Deepwood Oil. The other option is a removal. Yeah, which I guess I just remove a Meddler. I don't know. Like even the Meddler might just be good for the deck. I think we take the oil. You know, we're gonna have melee weakness. So, I don't know. I'm debating the Moon Pixie, but it's still iffy. It really, I just didn't end up with any damage spells. Didn't make sense to go out of my way to like dupe these low level ones. To a certain extent, I just want to probably make what's already strong stronger. I am worried about the savagery fight. I'm on low health, and that's a problem. I don't know. Void Binding could work, I guess. Dupe the Void Binding. Dupe the Furnace Tap. I'm definitely leaning toward Furnace Tap or Void Binding, but I could also see the Perils, because it is kind of that important. But I don't know that the only thing that Perils does is protects against bottom decking it. The problem with duping the Furnace Tap and the Void Binding is it's like I cannot really play them before I have a Perils. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't know. Let's go with the Furnace Tap. It has a Holy Stone too, so it's like, it could give me some extra health. Break the melee weakness down there. Gave us pack morsels. It's okay, I guess. Can put a morsel in front. Think here. Could go here. Just to keep this floor alive. I think this actually makes sense. Plus it allows me to get that movement wave up a little bit better. Heavy top deck. This is looking good. No Glutton Mothers, that does suck here. I could put this down. I can put this down just for now to clear out this. Can feed you that. Put one there. One there. Oh, that does suck that I'm not getting that melee weakness off. I guess that's fine. We should try to stack some conduit there. That'll work. We're gonna replace this with the whatchamacallit. definitely want this in. I need to kill this guy. So I think we need to focus some damage here. It's a little awkward though if this guy comes back up here this other turn. So I can put you here. Put that there. We've got all of our equipment, so let's go here. Put some damage in there, I guess. I'm tempted to give this guy spell weakness. We've actually got a lot of conduit up here right now. But I may not need it. If anything, it's this floor that I should put it on. Plus I need the heal anyway. Sick. Still struggling a little bit. Alright, this should do the trick there. Wonder if I should still stack him up though. Highly doubtful we'll need more than 2 pip down here, so let's put everything up there. Well, I didn't really need that extra 1 pip though. It's kind of dumb. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this. Probably makes most sense to do this here. We get more out of gorging on this guy, even with the 1 point in gorge. He's dying anyway. Could block 1 of that damage, but does that do anything? So it's because he's going to harvest, so he gets 2, so he'll be doing 48, 56. It does technically make him alive, so I should. Nope. I guess that's a lie. Never mind me, apparently that's a lie. Apparently that's a lie. Well, whatever. Probably doesn't matter too much, it just sucks that I'm losing the health there. Alright, we can maybe make the morsel maker go there. Alright, that's enough to kill that. So I'm tempted to maybe just put some damage in here, because I do need to make sure I'm relentless. That I'm doing some good work. I think I will still put this here, though. We can do this, actually. And that takes that guy out. That's pretty good. 248. I guess we just do the damage here. We still have the melee weakness though. That's a problem. They're dead. Let's start putting in the work down here. Alright, we're good up here. Could heal here. It's probably the only sensible play. If I could kill one of these, then I could keep you alive. That's not even true necessarily. I have to kill this one, so that's just not happening. But I could put a morsel. Yeah, I could still live. We should try to do that. Okay, they're all dying. I can get. So, 21. You'd be doing 18, 19. So you hit 18. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can survive by doing that. I'm wondering if I should be gorging up here, though. I do have to take all that out. It shouldn't really be a problem. I don't know. Keep this going, too. Try to get some damage there. I can keep you alive with that. Alright, we break the... killing that guy actually was not the smartest move, but we can eventually just get lifesteal anyway. Set this guy up for this next turn. You know what? We could just do that. I'm being a little bit greedy here, but it's just in the name of making sure that I can get through the Titan fight. And I need a little bit of health buff here, especially if I'm going to take a blood bath, which I don't think I'm going to here. I should at least kill these 2 tanks. Oh yeah, I'm good down here, so we should just focus on the rest of this. I mean, I could still kill down here, could I? Might as well try. Looks like we've already kind of won anyway. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this easy mode. We can do this. I gotta say, you know, Medler actually put in some decent work this fight. And as long as you're still alive, we'll just make sure that's happening. Yep, everything looks good. Oh, we got through that fight pretty well. It was Harry got through it. I cannot imagine that the next fight would be harder. Now, we don't really have to go bottom floor with Shadow Eater in the same way. We could probably just go mid with him. It might make more sense to do that. I'm trying to think, though, if that really does make sense. Does mean I get those early scourges, which could be a problem. I think we still just put him bottom, honestly. Not necessarily the thing I wanted to start with here. We still go with this setup. Man, I am so iffy on just playing this to start with. I don't think we need it, so we're gonna just let it go. Yeah, see, we don't know what's gonna happen here. Definitely need this here. It'll be okay for now. Let's go here, so we get here. See if we get a rubber morsel. No rubber there. We could daze you. We could put planetarium up here. Could try for another rubber morsel. I think we try for a morsel, because either way, a gorge up here is fine. Alright, we do not get it, but some lifesteal there is absolutely fine. And beyond that, probably just break the spell shield. We got one of the perils. This one will go 1 and 1. Could put this here. If I put this here, it's still fine. I think we need it right now because the whole point of this was to fuck that guy up, so let's do that. Alright, we got that guy at least. Also, planetarium is better down here now. Try to get you that. I need to be a little bit careful here. I could block. I guess I could have just put that there. This is still fine. I think we got to make sure this guy's not dying. This draw order is certainly dog shit. Well, I could probably get through this fight with just Shadow Eater, so we'll focus on Shadow Eater for now. If I do this, I think I can survive, yeah, so we're fine there. Right, that guy's dying at least. Do I want the planetarium down here or up here? I want it here. Since we got that there. So tempted to try again for the stupid, whatchamacallit, but we'll just do this. Yeah, no point putting that there. I do want this in as well, so we'll do that. And 26, I mean, I got the lifesteal, so we don't need that. Just hit you. Oh, I forgot to use my stupid ability. Shit. Alright, definitely need to use my ability. Alright, can you draw? Fuck yeah, there we go. That. Give you that. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know about weapons cache. lifesteal after is probably better. Alright, we're set now. We're not gonna die. Good to know he drew as poor as he could have. I mean, we literally bottom decked the better perils. I guess we got the other perils halfway through the deck, but it couldn't get much worse, and we're still getting through it, so not too worried about this deck. Alright, this is here. Can't kill that guy though. I don't want to incant these guys, so let's spread the love here a bit. Get you into the mix. Play that. Do this for big Conduit. Let's get you some of that. Stack as much of that as possible. Throw that away. You've got your lifesteal. We do want to put this here. And we'll put this here. Get some more lifesteal. Get this. Some lifesteal. Damage. That. Get you into the mix. Another furnace tab. Well then, I'll give you some as well. Could even give some to Scrivener at this point. Scrivener's got some decent damage. You're good, right? Okay. Get the planetary down here. Actually feel the something that's on there. They take out. Might as well still give the multi-strikes here, or the rage here, since I have more multi-strikes there. Conduit. Here, let's save ourselves some health. We could technically kill that. Perfect. Getting some too, since you're with the boss right now. Almost there. Just gonna count entropy now. And we'll get that here. GG's. That was definitely a tough seed to navigate. Of course, we got a style on entropy for the end here. And get him with a boom headshot. Alright. Well, turns out even one rank of Glutton is workable. Probably should have took the second rank of Glutton. I don't know. It didn't seem like I was going to be able to put Penumbra at the front like I was doing. Was the only reason why I went Architect, but it actually turned out for like every one of the final fights I had him in the front, so obviously with the extra point of Glutton it would have been better. I would have had one less pip, but it would have been fine. I didn't really need that extra pip. That was a fun one though. Yeah, thank you for that submission. I guess we can just compare, see what the OP did that might be different. All right, we start the same. That's fine. I wouldn't have hated going trample either. I was pretty 50-50 on it. We just, the variant of Penumbra that's not Gorge is just usually not that good, honestly. So it's just pick your poison. Nightingale, interesting. Okay, so it's very clear they went to the Merchant of Magic side. There was an intrinsic, that would have been nice. But then, look, they don't get through it. So, Phase Blessing. Yeah, and I wouldn't have took that there. It's out of order. So, there's not much to say here with just only 2 rings getting through, but we do see almost, even though we had the same ring 1 choices, same artifact, same path, then the divergence happens after there. They picked the perils, but that's the only thing that was the same, I guess when I look at this deck, I think it's pretty risky to go to the Merchant of Magic when you've got Penumbra and Shadow Eater. Sure, Shadow Eater has some beef, but there's just not maybe enough guaranteed scaling for the Shadow Eater to get some attack, right? Unless you want to run like Penumbra and Shadow Eater together, but at that point, you're only having 1 space for eating morsels, and that still is like arguably not going to get through ring 2, right? So it looks like it almost got there, 94%, but yeah, I don't know, and I don't know what Nightingale was up against, but it's a squishy unit, which obviously gets wrecked by either of the bosses, but particularly the Spikes boss, which I'm pretty sure it was the Spikes boss, if I recall correctly, and that's just one of the big reasons why you want to go to the Merchant of Steel, ring 2, in most cases. I don't think we had a strong enough deck to justify hitting the Merchant of Magic. And you even hit like a pretty good, situation with the perils there. Granted, Spell Chain I think still would have been a better pick. And actually, I am a little curious because I can't remember if this Phase Blessing came with a Spell Chain or a Permafrost initially. I don't know if the ordering here preserves what the order was that it was offered in, but I will say if it was Permafrost, definitely should have went with Spell Chain and Perils. I think it is nice to have it intrinsic, but at this point in the game, definitely I think a Spell Chain is better because we don't know where this deck is going, and an intrinsic non-spell chained perils is really not that powerful at this point, right? Because it's not like you have a Furnace Tap or a Void Binding already to know that, because that would be the main thing, or a Leaky Pen, right? Like this would have turned out, but yeah, long story short, definitely would have just went with the Spell Chain. I also just wouldn't take the Phase Blessing here, even though it's a really good card. You don't have any Conduit right now, so taking the Fey unit would have been much better there to actually utilize a card like this. You would have wanted Phase Blessing after if it was offered. But on this one, you're kind of like speculating that you'll find Conduit, which honestly on this run past that point, there wasn't a whole lot of it. There was some, right? There was a planetarium, and then there was some Conduit drafts offered, but they're not like the really good ones, in my opinion. So that's really all I can mainly say. I think the big thing, though, is just going to the Merchant of Steel. That way you can get through that one. But yeah, even I gotta say, even beyond just that Ring 2, this ended up being a pretty tough challenge. We had to think quite a lot going through this. You know, it is always a bit rough when you have a big deck like this, where you're kind of trying to navigate through it, and sometimes ordering matters. But yeah, fun run nonetheless. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.